Welcome back. So I'm still reading the New York Times bestseller All About Love, New Visions by Bell Hooks. I'm in chapter 1 and that chapter is entitled Clarity, Give Love Words. And I'm sharing how having a definition of love, an accurate definition of love, can cause us to think about our childhood in a different way. When we understand love as the will to nurture our own and another's spiritual growth, so the definition is love is the will to nurture our own and another's spiritual growth, it becomes clear that we cannot claim to love if we're hurtful and abusive. Love and abuse cannot coexist. Abuse and neglect are by definition the opposites of nurturance and care. Often we hear of a man who beats his children and wife and then goes to the corner bar and passionately proclaims how much he loves them. If you talk to the wife on a good day, she may also insist he loves her, despite his violence. So again, we also are aware in the minority there are women who abuse men. Let's not have this pitting one against the other, but abuse is predominantly done against women and children. Continuing, an overwhelming majority of us come from dysfunctional families in which we were taught we were not okay, where we were shamed, verbally and or physically abused, and emotionally neglected, as were also taught to believe that we were loved. So we're being treated poorly and then being told about love, and that's the conflict that we talk about in the longer version of love as a noun and love as a verb. For most folks, it's just too threatening to embrace a definition of love that would no longer enable us to see love as present in our families. Too many of us need to cling to a notion of love that either makes abuse acceptable or at least makes it seem that whatever happened was not that bad. So, accepting a new definition of love might cause you to realize your childhood was dysfunctional and had dysfunctional aspects. But stick around, we'll talk more. Thanks for listening.